Good day everyone, I'm Peñaflorida and I'm here to experiment regarding to my lab report that is all about enzymes. This report will be divided into 6 parts. The first part is the introduction. This is where I introduce the enzymes and give its broad meaning. The second part is the objective. In this section, I'm going to tackle the main goal of this experiment. The third part are the materials. This is the things that I need so that I can perform the experiment smoothly. The fourth part are the procedures. In this part, I'm going to show the step-by-step process of this experiment. The fifth part are the guide questions. This is where I answer the question that will help us to understand the topic or the process of the experiment. The last part of this report is my conclusion. This is where I sum up all of the ideas of this experiment, and I'm also going to be discussing the relativeness of enzymes and collagen to this experiment. And without further ado, let's get in with the first part of this report, which is the introduction. What is enzyme? An enzyme is a substance that acts as a catalyst in living organisms, regulating the rate at which chemical reactions proceed without itself being altered in the process. Enzymes create chemical reactions in the body. They actually speed up the rate of a chemical reaction to help support life. The enzymes in our body help to perform very important tasks. These include building muscles, destroying toxins, and breaking down food particles during digestion. An important function of enzymes is to help digesting food. Digestive enzymes speed up reactions that break down large molecules of carbohydrates, proteins, and fats into smaller molecules the body can use. Moving on to the objective of this report. At the end of the experiment, the student will be able to investigate the impact of temperature, substrate concentration, enzyme concentration, and the presence of an inhibitor on the effectiveness and rate of an enzyme. The materials are fresh young pineapples, boiling water, pitcher, spoon, containers, and 2 packs of gelatin. Moving on to the fifth part of this report, which are the guide questions. The first question is, do you think that the presence of pineapple will change the way gelatin sets? Why? Yes, it is, because pineapple contains an enzyme called bromelain that breaks up the gelatin into its amino acid building blocks. And as we all know, gelatin is the processed version of collagen. It is found in our bones and other many animals. It also contains sugar, flavoring agents, and coloring agents. And gelatin is made up of amino acids, which are the individual building blocks of life. It is insoluble in water, but the individual amino acids are not. Moving on to the second question, which is, describe the differences between 2 cups. The gelatin in the first cup reacts with the pineapple due to the bromelain that breaks up the amino acid building blocks. That's why it liquefies. While the gelatin in the second cup doesn't show any reaction because there's no breaking down of amino acids happen. And for the last question, after looking at the data, what is the best explanation for the results of the experiment? The best explanation of it is that gelatin reacts to the pineapple because of the bromelain that allows the amino acids from the gelatin to break down. And that results in the liquefied state of the gelatin, while the gelatin without pineapple does not show any response because there's no process happened. Moving on to the last part of this report, which is my conclusion. To sum up all of this, I therefore conclude that enzyme can denature a collagen by liquefying it using the process of breaking down the amino acids of a collagen and degrade its collagen material. Just like what we saw in the experiment where gelatin reacts with a pineapple due to an enzyme called bromelain, which is a cysteine protease, meaning that it breaks apart proteases whenever they have a cysteine amino acids. And just like our gelatin, it contains a collagen that is made up of amino acids. That's why it reacts to the pineapple aggressively. That's all for this lab report. I hope you enjoyed and understand the relativeness of collagen and enzymes to the pineapple and gelatin.